Yeah, man. Big up everybody and welcome back to another trucking vlog. So this video is all about it's a review. It's a review of the last 6 months and 2 weeks since I've been out here driving for Schneider National. I did a 6 weeks review, did a 3 months review. So now it's time for the 6 month one. Right. So I'm gonna do it in two parts. I'm gonna look at Schneider National as my employer, and I'm gonna just touch on a few little things that I've experienced out here over the road. So Schneider National. For me coming to Schneider, I think it was one of the best decisions I made. Yeah, man. I was thinking about Warner. I was thinking about CR England. I was thinking about JB Hunt. I was thinking about Western Express. But I did some research, watch a few videos on YouTube, and ended up at Schneider. And I think that was a good move. Now, why would I say Schneider is a good company? For me, one, their equipment. Schneider have good equipment, good tractors, good trailers. This tractor is a 2025 Freightliner Cascadia. When I got it with 80,400 plus miles. Now it's 138,800 miles after 6 months. When I got it, plastic was still on the passenger seat. So the person who was driving it before, I was obviously taking care of it. It was clean, nice, everything was good. The trailers always in top condition. Never have a problem with when I go to pick up a trailer. You know, I always have on good tires, indicators, all the lights, everything there always working. You know, doors, everything is always good. No leaks, you know, suspension, all of those things that you would normally check during a pre-trip. Everything is always up to standard, and they maintain the equipment. They keep up with maintenance. You know, if you are out there and you have a problem and you call them, they get you somewhere that you can get whatever you need fixed. They get you there to get it fixed. You know, and if you go to an OC to have anything looked at, whether it's on your tractor or trailer or anything, they charge the best to get you in and out of the shop as fast as can. So I have to give them, a lot of credit for that. Right? No issues when it comes to the type of equipment that they run and the maintenance of the equipment. Let's look at communication now. In the days, you can get a faster response in compared to after hours, like after 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, I have an issue. You have to call and you have to enter these numbers. Well, if you're a van loader, if you're a van driver, press 1. If you're a bulk driver, press 2. This, that, wait, blah, blah. And give your driver number. All of these AI stuff, and then you have to wait on a call back. And most time when I need to speak to them, it's after hours, and sometimes I wait 10, 15, 20 minutes, nobody call you. I fall asleep. So I think night afterwards communication could be better. Right? There are facilities now. I'm out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and facilities there, I would give it average. It's average. I think they need an upgrade. When I watch other videos and see inside other OCs and so on, they look way more better and more modern. In Charlotte they have a little gym. laundry room and the usual showers. You have a driver lounge and a little deli and thing, and um, other areas that you can sit and you know and talk and so on. But looks of it, you can see it's been a while since they had a facelift, since the upgrade. And I've been to several OCs in the eastern area of the US, and I see that it's been a while since they had upgrade, so they could do well without upgrade. They have a lot of drop lots, a lot of yards, all over. There that's not it's not short. That is not short. So if you need somewhere to go rest up, and you can't get to a truck stop, they have a lot of places that you could go. As a matter of fact, I need to get a list. So what I do whenever I'm sent there, any one of these drop lots or yards, I just mark it on my Google Maps. All right, so um, freight, yeah, Schneider has freight. They always talk about this tariff and how it affects truck drivers and truck drivers, um, saying that they're not getting loads and some have to be. I haven't seen any of that, and for me, I haven't had any problems with that. I'm always running Schneider. Whenever I'm near to the end of my current assignment, there comes a pre-assignment. So I'm always moving. I just finished my week yesterday, started my week on Monday. Schneider work week is from Sunday to Saturday. I started Monday, and yesterday when I came in and parked and checked, I did 2,350 miles, effortless. You know, because I'm not one out there trying to drive 10, 11 hours every day. I drive based on how I feel, and if I get up today and feel like driving 10 hours, I drive 10 hours. If I feel like driving 7, I drive 7. So, I did 4 loads last week, so, 2,300 and almost 50 miles. And as I say, with no hassle. So, Schneider will keep it running. The pay could be better. Yeah. I think maybe, if they had started me off at 50 cents per mile, I'm getting 44 cents per mile. I know I'm getting an extra 2 cents for fuel mileage performance. And I'm grateful for that 2 cents. But I think, it would have been much better if I was at 50 cents. I would be comfortable as basically a rookie up here. Yeah. But the 2 cents is welcoming. You're looking at $50 if you do 2,500 miles for the week. Nobody not giving you $50. All right, so home time, no problem there again. Whenever I need a rest and I need to be anywhere, I let them know a week in advance is what they require. But a lot of times I don't even remember to do that. I just call my detail, and tell her that, listen, I need some time this weekend, or I need to get there X place X time, and she get it done. I get there, I don't have any issues there. A lot of other drivers I hear complain about, not Schneider drivers, other company drivers complain about getting their home time. But no, there has not been any problem for me. Schneider. Um, Schneider is big on safety, right? So if you're coming over here, you have to know that. And as far as I see, they don't give chances. I've seen a situation where a guy was driving for them for 5+ years. Somehow he got a ticket for driving 11 over the speed limit. They fired him. And I was thinking that is harsh. After 5+ years, come on, man. But that's how they are. That's how they are. So you have to know this if you're thinking of coming here. You're not going to get in the blinds, right? Schneider is tough when it comes to safety, and as a result, they have a good safety score, and because of that, and because they maintain the equipment and have good equipment, we get a lot of bypass when it comes to the way stations. They have drive-wise, and you're always getting bypass. And if you do get pulled in, majority of the time you don't end up on the scales. They just wave you by. you know. So that's a plus also, because all of those little delays and the time that you spend coming into these way stations, they add up in the long run, right? So yeah, I would give Schneider probably an 8 out of 10. If I were to score them out of 10, I would give them 8 out of 10. It's a good company. I believe so. That I really believe that, you know, it's a good company. All right. So over the road in general now, there's a lot of things that, you know, I'm s- I'm not happy with. One, you know, one of the thing is how the other drivers, the other road users, um how they react to trucks. Regular drivers don't give a shit about big trucks. They don't give a shit about tractor trailers. You know, I've several times I've been in situation where I'm trying to switch lane. For example, I'm coming down the road and another truck or another um road user trying to come onto the road, coming onto the interstate, and I look and the car is like probably even a car length behind the truck. I indicate to come across. They're not allowing you to come across. They're driving up. That is what I notice. And I'm thinking that that is so foolish. You know, I mean, that's a big truck. You know, why would you do that? You know, these people don't give way to big trucks. You know, and in my country, in Jamaica, people respect big trucks. People give way to big trucks. Nobody is going to try to, you know, get in front of a truck or try to speed up to prevent a truck from switching lane. Nobody not doing that in Jamaica. You know, I was shocked when I started driving up here on the road and saw people operate that way. You're trying to go into a facility and cars coming in the up. They're not going to stop and give you a blind. You have to wait until there's a gap. And even if, listen, I've seen this happen. I've experienced it myself. A car coming down the road, you're going to make that turn, and you start making the turn. They're not cutting their speed. They're on their horn. Believe me, that is strange. You know, when I just started driving, I thought that this, you know, it was like backyard. That's what we call it, you know. But man, that has been eye opener. But you know, I adjust and I realize that, you know, nobody is going to, you know, give you any right of way as a bigger unit. So you know that took some getting used to. Um, Parking in the evenings and at night, man, that's a headache. You know, it's really a hassle. You know, getting parking after hours. You know, when it reaches 6 o'clock in some areas, most areas, 6, 7 o'clock, man, it's a headache getting parking. You know, so you know that has been a challenge. The other thing that really messes me up is the bathroom facilities. Just the regular bathroom facilities when you're going into the truck stops, especially the pilots. I am wonder what these truckers do when they go into these stalls to use the toilet. There's always toilet paper all about on the ground. You know, there's always feces sprayed up underneath the toilet seats, and oh Lord God, it gets to me, man. You know, you go to use a urinal, um urine is right on the ground there. Nobody takes it the time to see to it that they're pointing properly. You know, yo boy, you have to be like skipping urine on the ground. You know, you have to trying to stand away to get to get yourself relieved. Why, you know, that's tough. That's tough. You know, and the smell. Boy, I rather use the loves. The loves are always smelling better. And I've been to a lot of TAs that are okay. That's the three truck stops that I frequent. Um, well, four: Pilot, Flying J, I would really put them as two different, but yeah, they are under one. So I call it three. So Pile and Fly J, Loves and TA. I prefer the Loves. The Loves bathroom facilities in the Loves are always smelling fresh and nice. So which brings me now to the truck stops that smells like urine, man. You have some truck stops when you go there, man. It's like you're parked in urine. You're always smelling urine when you open your door. So it's as if people pee in the bottles and just open the doors and throw it out. Yo, man, that's tough. And if the rain comes down and you step in that water and come in your truck is gonna smell like urine. So you have to have something to wipe out your truck and so when it's raining. So guys, yeah, other than that, it's been okay overall. I'm learning as I go along, and trying to stay focused. I don't drive and try to do things to distract me. So yeah, I want to have a long, prosperous career. I got a ticket the other day, but I dealt with it. I have a video on it, and I'm trying not to make that happen again. It was my fault. Could have avoided it, but I presented my arguments to the judge, and they accepted and reduced the charges to a simple equipment violation. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you like the video, and you can make your comments. I'm always glad to read the comments, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.